What is up, my guy? So I was wrong. I said 40, I think 7 last week. Last week was actually 48. This week is 49. And we got 3 weeks left. So 50, 51, and 52, and we is through. Do you hear me? Merriam-Webster's word of the day is Leviathan. And a Leviathan refers to something very large and powerful, or more narrowly to a large sea animal, or totalitarian state having a vast bureaucracy. So do with that information what you will. Of course, we always start with the working out, and I want to kick myself in the throat because I actually did 3. I kept telling myself that I needed 1 more, but I was like, I think I got 4. It don't matter. I should have just did every day. Like, that's my plan, to just keep going or whatever. But whatever, things happen. So I take 3. I got 3 more weeks left. So let's 4 for 4 this thing out for these last 3. You know what I mean? I know I ain't getting no bench presses in or whatever, but I did. Like I said, I'm gonna start working out with my youngest. And we've been kind of kicking it a little bit more lately. More so watching TV, but I gotta get active with him. Because he be going in there into the garage to work out or whatever. So I'm not opposed to joining, but I'm gonna definitely have to layer up if I'm going in there, because it's winter time for real. It is cold. So that is that. Like I said, but the weight though, as far as the weight goes, it's been staying kind of straight. Actually, I know it was Friday. Oh my God, yeah. So we'll get to that. This is a sidebar, just extra at the end or whatever. So like I said, we had 3 spins that we didn't quite make it to 4, and jobs. So we actually had 2 jobs in week 40. What did I say this is? 48, 49. Yeah, 49. We actually had 2 jobs this past week. So the lady I said that Sid had got me in contact with, she ordered a coffee table, right? Ordered a coffee table because the one she had, it was rusting under the bottom. She was like, she had looked up how to, get rid of rust, but I got the money. I don't feel like buying it or cleaning it. I just buy another one. So she bought another one and had me, put it together. Cool. Come over. I knock it out. Great. Fine. Everything cool. Then we put it, because she had got a new couch too. Remember I said that she had let the boys put together the couch for me. She paid them. So I finished, and she looking at it, and she like, I don't like it. Okay, well, what's the issue? Of course, nothing, not the labor, not my work, but it didn't go, because I told her that you can tell, like, she's someone that's into the interior designing and decorating. And so I was telling her the story of Miss Maria and how my business mentor / friend motivated me to get started. And I was like, hey, let this conversation with me, and I'm telling you, because you can see, like, she was the same thing I was doing, overthinking, like, yeah, but then you gotta do this, and this. It don't take all that to start a business. It doesn't. And I promise you'll probably be surprised how easy you can get clients. So she's not in the same boat I was, where it was like, for me, I, felt a need to find something because I was unemployed. She's gainfully employed. She works for one of the financial institutions. She's doing fine, taking care of herself and her dogs. But she's like, hey, if something you're passionate about, your job is cool, but do you get excited about it? You know what I mean? So, okay, now they're pulling people over left and right. They just not even 2 blocks away from the last one, and they had somebody pulled over. See, but I'm about to want to go home already. This ain't it. And there's more of them at you. Matter of fact, hell, I'm worried this one about to try to slide behind. Don't come over here. Yeah, I think I should go home, but I'm supposed to go in the shoot pool. So, yep, she hit me up to finish the table. So she was like, she wasn't satisfied because the old table, like size-wise, is bigger than her new one was, right? And the new one went better. The old one went great. Like size-wise, it was like it went flush with the new couch. So when I did the new one, it was smaller, and it didn't like go all the way to the end of the couch. She was like, I don't like this space. So she was like, do you know anybody that can use this? And I'm like, yeah, me. And she was like, really, you'll take it? Will I? When I was putting, matter of fact, when I was putting the first one, the new one together, she was like, do you know anybody that'll take the old? And I was like, me. And she was like, well, I'll just show you. I'm getting rid of it because of the rust. I'm like, I ain't worried about that rust. It looked better than what I got. I've been wanting to get rid of the wood when I have. That's it. So I'm gonna post those this weekend. But I was like, I don't care about that at all. That doesn't matter to me. So she was like, okay, well, you can have the old one, and this works great. Great, everybody wins. And then, like I said, when I got finished, she was like, actually, I don't like how short and small, much smaller the new one is compared to the old one. I just figured it was around the same size. So do you want to take the new one, and I'll keep the old one. I'm going to order another new one, whether it's the same one or the new one, just the big one, you know, bigger dimensions or whatever. And so I measured it for a total dimensions. Like, well, if you want this one, see if they have one closer to this size. These are the dimensions you're going for. And yeah, I put it together. And she was like, well, you can have a new one then. I'm like, okay. Again, I've been thinking about and talking about getting a new coffee table literally like since I got my couch in there last year, which was on my birthday. So that was in October of last year. And I just didn't prioritize. I kept saying it. I was looking at a round one or whatever. This one is rectangle, but I'm satisfied with it. And it fits the feng shui and it fits the room. So ended up getting the coffee table for free. She was like, well, when I get the new one, you can have the old one too. And I'm like, hey, okay, cool. I put that in the loft where the other couch is. And, you know, when the kids up there playing, just, hey, y'all just pick this up, slide it over here in the corner so it's out the way so nobody get hurt. Bro, they have people pull over left and right, literally. This is what, the third one in 3 miles? Jeebus. What they doing? Well, they have to get some tickets. Oh, no, they ain't got no tag on. I don't know if they're running tags or what. I know I need to renew my license, so really wish I had. I wouldn't have been mad at myself if I stayed home the way it is looking, because I ain't got time for no kind of drama with these folks, you hear me? And I know my head light up, so whatever. Yeah, that was that one job. And then actually my second client ever from down in Wadesboro, the best that I did, and I got that one recorded actually. I don't know if I got it posted on the page or whatever on the Litmus playlist, but my second client ever, and like, you know, when I started, again, I was unemployed then, so, you know, laid off Chronicles because I was laid off. But when I started, they had asked about getting TVs mounted. I didn't do TVs at the time, and I was like, well, you know, I got a brother. My brother does that side of the business or whatever. But I told, hey, y'all ain't got to worry about my brother. Y'all want the TVs mounted? I do that too now, so just let me know. So they hit me up, and she was like, I bought a couch, a little sectional for the office where I put the desk. And I tried to put it together and I got stuck. You think you can do it? And I'm like, they got instructions. I know I can do it as long as ain't nothing wrong with it. So I get there and it's leaning. And I'm like, man, usually I charge a little extra. I'm you know, that's something I'm incorporating into my business, because if the client started it or somebody else started it, 9 times out of 10, like I told them, I was like, the first time it happened, when I was using Angie's List or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, cool, man. This is going to take me, you know, half the time, because he done started it already. Nope, because you have to find out where they made the mistake. So you're spending time looking for, okay, where did you go wrong? If you started and you did everything fine, you should have been able to finish it, you know, especially since it was a pro clients. It don't matter. I don't want nobody to have started it, because then I have to go back, like I say, and go through everything and make sure you did what you did right, and see if you used the wrong hardware, screws, bolts, nuts, whatever in the wrong place. And that's just versus if I just took it out myself. And when you get ready to do a job, I need to know where all the pieces are, and I set up my station different than the next pro, and especially different than the customer, you know what I mean? So I get there and I'm like, it's leaning. I'm like, oh, I don't know if she broke this, but we gonna see. So I go and I'm like, you know, everything looking fine. But then, I just started disassembling or whatever. Started, from the further step she was on, and then I found like what it was. She did okay. The only thing that she done wrong was she had on these brackets that were facing inside out. If she had them the other way, it would have been fine. But the way she had them facing, they were backwards. So it was a, what do you call it? The sectional has a pull-out chair and a storage under the chase. So the chase, it folds up. You can fold it up, like I say, because it has a storage under it. And the way she'd put the brackets on, it wouldn't fold down, so it wouldn't close. The storage area wouldn't close; it'll just stay up, and it was crooked. So like I, see what's wrong with it, and I show her. I'm like, this, all you did wrong was this, and I'm like, see, you definitely could have finished it or whatever. I said that till I got to some of the hard part, because it said a 2-man job. And, I take pride in them 2-man. I am 2-man. What's wrong with you? So I got it done with I'm trying to remember if I had any assistants. I don't think so. Not that I remember. But yep, so I did that, and we just caught up or whatever. Because again, it's been 9 months since I seen them. I started in March and we're in December. And I was like, yep, just let them know how everything went, and how it felt to get a job offer and be like, it's not enough, and be comfortable turning it down without a job lined up, because I got this is my baby, I take care of my baby take care of me. So it was really cool. Like I said, had 2 jobs or whatever, knocked both of them out. What else did we do? And I did it just right. Now I was talking to them a good little bit. They got a dog now. They didn't have a dog before. They got a little small dog named Chico, a little pocketbook sized dog named Chico. And everybody dog who I done been around done love me and like rub. So I'm having to rub Chico. They keep putting him in the cage. One time he got out on his own, then they took him out the room. He'll come back in there. Wasn't no bother, because I wasn't like crazy rushing. Everything was fine or whatever. So like I say, sitting there just rap with them a little bit, and then one of my partners called, and we on the phone rapping for about an hour and some change. So I'm working slower. I have to make sure, if I'm gonna be on the phone and allow myself to be on the phone, that I'm working as fast as I would be if I was just listening to a podcast or the radio or music. So that's something I gotta, tighten up on or whatever. But so we knocked that out, and Monday came, and I spoke to, I think, 3 people. I spoke to 3 people. One I'm waiting to hear back from. She want me to mount 2 TVs and assemble a 6-drawer dresser. And I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. Just let me know when. But she couldn't let me know when, because she was like, she just moved and there's boxes and stuff everywhere. So she hit me back when she ready. I had a guy reach out to me about a gazebo. So we scheduled the gazebo, and today is actually Thursday. So I'll have to save that for week. What did I say? We in this 49, 50. I had to do it in 50 and let you know how my first gazebo went. And then I have a lady. I got one scheduled for this coming Monday. Next Monday. It is, I want to say, it's a dresser and a desk. A dresser and a desk. And neither one of them were super simple. It's a 6-drawer dresser with 2 columns or whatever, because columns is left, right. Yep, columns left, right, and rows run up and down. So it's 2 columns or whatever. So I'm like, double stack them in a bigger frame, more time on the frame, because I'm having to do 2 sides. So I charge a little extra. The client, she was fine with it. And then she also had, like I said, a desk. And so when she seen my, like, oh, okay, well, say you charge this for desk and dresses. I'm like, yeah, no, those are starting. Like, that's the minimum is going to be for super simple, but, based on complexity and how difficult the one you have is, affects the price, so it could be more. So, again, not a simple dresser. See the desk? It's L-shaped, so essentially that's doing 2 desks, and it's one that raises and adjusts the height. Oh, yeah, no, this not bottom tier at all, baby. This a little more. So I gave her the price for both of them, and she was good with them. So I'm like, all right. So we locked in for Monday, so I already got something scheduled for next week. And I got something for Saturday from the gazebo client that I spoke about. So supposed to be going to his house Saturday and hanging some curtains, tarp, something to block out wind and all that, because the wind was blowing strong or whatever. So that's it. You can hardly see downtown, but there it is. That's it with the business. Business going fine. 2K, I've been 2K'ing. I got to level 40, and that was cool. And so I got my little cap breaker, and I put it on my vert or whatever, and I noticed a difference or whatever, especially with blocks. I done got more blocks, especially on the bigs. I'm getting more blocks since I got my vert. I think it's at like a 79 now, so I ain't worried about getting it to 80. We'll see, because I got a couple more cap breakers coming. More than likely by the time we get to next week, I'll have the cap breaker from the crew for us reaching level 30. And then, so he had a cap breaker from the crew. I got my build specialization cap breaker for making 500 threes. I got that the other day, because like I got Devin Vassar. I remember, I think 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I can't remember who jump I got. Devin Vassar, I got his, and it's quick and we hitting. Like, I definitely done had them 1 for 7, 1 for 6 games from 3 or whatever, but I've had more 3 for 5, 6 for 8s. You know what I'm saying? Where I made more than I missed. Shoot 60 to 70% or better. I've had more of those than I've had of the opposite, where I'm shooting bad. So that's getting cool, and learning and adding a couple more moves. I know the misdirection now, and I got that. The explosive behind the back, that's easy to combo. You ain't even got a combo. You do one move, escape, crossover, in and out, whatever, and just explosive crossover out of that or whatever. And that patient thing, I remember somebody, one of the YouTubers I watched was saying that, like, a mistake that novice or like that gives you away is not being skilled, or, you know, like a comp player, they call it comp for competition or whatever, is if you do a bunch of just running back and forth and you never stay still on offense, or you cutting in and out all the time and you don't let the offense sit, or just getting the ball and rushing to do something, which that's typically my mistake. I noticed that difference myself, whereas like I would catch it now. It makes sense sometimes, like, okay, especially if I've been catching and shooting. If I've been catching and shooting and hitting, then my guy probably gonna, if he been getting out there slow, he gonna probably run out here and jump. Cool. He's I've already set the pace, or, you know, I've set the tempo for what we're doing. So he's expecting shot. Just because he's expecting shot don't mean I gotta shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now that I got him ready to act, instead of him, you know, waiting to react, he's ready to act. He's ready to react before I act, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cool, I got you jumpy now, whatever. Let me wait and see if you come out jumping. If you don't come out jumping, then I can shoot it. Or pump fake. Let me pump fake, check your temperature or whatever. And of course, if I pump fake and you do come out jumping, then I can wait till you go past me and you're stuck in the animation and you're wide open then. Or I can drive past you, you know, and go dunk, layup, float, pass, whatever I choose. But yeah, I would get the ball, or like passing too much as soon as I get it and you throw a turnover. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's open. If you see that he's open, the other team sees that he's open too. And especially if it's cats like in between that passing, like, don't always just throw it just because you got it. Wait to see, let cats move sometimes, because like I say, I've been in that position before where I let me make sure no police behind me, because they out here. In that position before where like I said, I'm moving too fast, or I'm running out of somebody, I jump or whatever, expecting something, and I'm on defense, and he just lets me overreact. And then, like I say, either just shoot an open jumper because now he's open, or pass to a teammate, or just go drive. So I'm working on being more consistent with that patience, because it pays off. Like, again, I had one today where it was 2-3 defenders around me. I didn't do nothing. I just waited, and everybody took off to go check somebody else. I'm wide open, got the jumper, got a floater, got a dunk. Like, I've seen that, and I've seen it. Like, comp players, that's what they do. They're patient. Or, you know, okay, cool, you ain't got to go nowhere, you don't got to pass it. Use those fakes. Those pump fakes shot fakes and pass fakes, man, them things be messing people up. Like I say the same thing I said with the shots, same thing with the passing. If I've been dropping dimes or whatever and cats know, then they're gonna be retreating. Oh wait, you know, going for steals. Now you're going for steals because you're looking for me to pass because I ain't been shooting. And guess what? You being in that steal animation leaves me wide open for this jumper. Thank you, buckets. So, man, we've been getting right. Like I said, I got my shot specialization cap breaker for the first one. So now my 3 is at an 86. Not a crazy difference or whatever. I think if nothing else, it seems like the timing stability it's a lot easier to time. Like say, typically I'm going rushed or slightly rushed. I got a couple slows today or whatever, and that's like after I was rushing. In my head, I told myself not to rush, which I didn't. I went slow, but still on some of them, I felt like I rushed, and they said I went slow. So like they say, it ain't no RNG in it, but I don't know about that because I know like no, I shot that. I'm like that's rush, and they say slow. No, that don't make sense. That wasn't. I flicked this thing stupid fast. So whatever. Getting straight with that. Like I said, I got added to my vertical. So I think next, cause I'm on starter or vet. No, I'm on vet. I'm vet 1, working on vet 2. Vet 2, you get 3 cap breakers. So I plan on putting, let me see, 1 more on my driving dunk to get to a 93, and I'll be done with that. The dunking. I'm gonna put 1 on my speed with ball. Put 1 on. I'm thinking 2 on my speed with ball. I'm gonna do my research to see if I get it to a 75, if that'll change anything or whatever. Other than that, I put it on my speed and get my speed up, because like I said, I got 1 coming from the crew and then 3 coming from where I'm at, and then I got 1 more cap breaker for my shooting. But if me putting my 3 up to an 87 doesn't change anything, then I'll see if it'll let me put it somewhere else, or if you gotta put it on there, which I'm thinking you probably gotta put it on there, so I'll still put it on there, because the only other thing is my midi. My midi is at 80, so I can put that at an 81, or I can put my free throw, I think it's at an 80 as well, and I think it'll go a 5, which I'm like, that don't make sense. Why? I feel like my free throw is the same as my midi is, so it's like, why my midi and my free throw can go up by 5 for 1 cap breaker, but my midi only going up 1, and my 3 only go up 1. I get why my 3, because my 3 was 5 higher than my midi. My midi was at an 80, and like I said, my free throw was at an 80, so I'm not understanding that or whatever. But I got added that. Like I said, my speed is at 82. If I put 3 more to that, I think that'll make a difference for the 85 or whatever. I could put something on agility. So it's like, I know that next season I'll get another cap breaker. Cause like I know some people, like I said, make a bunch of builds. I'm trying to get him to, like I say, get my small forward to like where he like that. And then I think that next season, or here in the next maybe week or 2 or whatever, I'm gonna make probably, like I said, a big. I can make a point guard or whatever, but I think I'm gonna make a big. People don't like playing with bigs though. And I'm thinking like 6'11", make a 6'11". They still gonna be kind of athletic, still can move a little bit. Focus on the dunking. You gotta focus on dunking. Dunking ain't crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna try to see if I can work something out with the cap breaks or whatever, because I think I might make my shooting the lowest and put everything off in. Driving and standing dunk. Yeah, like all of the finishing. Get my finishing there. I think I'm gonna put my playmaking, make that decent. You gotta have the pass high, because you're gonna be a big. Make my passing high, and defense and rebound, and probably go like stupid low on shooting, and cap break my shooting to get it up. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, having fun with that. But what I was finna say, man, I dang had some pizza the other day. Ordered some pizza, right? Cool. Order veggie, because I don't eat meat. Smooth. Get back to the house, and it was from Domino's. I normally get it from Papa John's or Pizza Hut, but Domino's got like 50% off. So I was like, you know what? I ain't got no crazy coupons for Pizza Hut or Papa John's right now, so I'm gonna rock with this Domino's, see what it's hitting for. And I've had it before, so you know, I get the pizza and I'm like, it's kind of alright. And they put feta cheese on there. I don't even know if Pizza Hut or Papa John's even carry feta cheese. It's like a very chewy cheese, but it's a nice texture. So I'm like, hang on. But when I'm chewing them, and because I'm not used to getting feta cheese on my pizza, I'm like, is this meat? Let me double check. So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, no, it's feta cheese. But something keeps feeling like meat. I'm eating in the living room. It's not really light in there. I don't have a light on. I'm just watching TV. So I'm eating, chilling. And I'll say about 30, yeah, not even 40, 30 minutes after I eat the pizza, I'm like, I feel like crap. You know, I'm like, what in the world going on? Is it something that I drunk? You know, I'm sipping a little bit. Is what I'm drinking? No, I don't think it's what I'm drinking. I don't know, boy, but my stomach is not feeling friendly. What is going on? So I say, trying to figure it out. Next thing I know, I'm running to that bathroom to go worship the porcelain god. Oh, that pizza came back up out of me from the top. So my son, my youngest, you okay? Because he done seen me have a migraine and vomiting before. So he migraine, I'm like, I don't even know what this one is, son. But yeah, my stomach is not happy. So get all of it up out of me. And so the next day, I'm going out to lift or whatever, right? So cool, I'm about to go lift. Get ready, get situated. And I tell my oldest Brian, brother, son that I'm raising, tell him, like, hey man, hit that pizza up for me, please. Put it on about 2 minutes. So he put it on, I get in the car, eat 1 slice, eat 2 slices. Finna eat a 3rd one. And I happen to look, I'm not really looking at what I'm eating, so it could have been anything on there. Looking up, wait a second, that look like sausage. It looked like sausage because it is sausage, my boy. That's why I got sick. I done ate sausage against my will, because I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat. But I did, and it showed me, yeah, no, our stomach can't handle that. So I went back up there and let them know, like, hey man, you know, I ain't trying to raise no hell, I ain't trying to call corporate or nothing. I came in here Friday, I know y'all was slammed, y'all was super busy. But in that, somehow, some way, sausage got on my vegetarian pizza, and I paid the price. And so the guy was like, man, I apologize. He was busy then. And I'm like I say, y'all was slammed. It took 30, 40 minutes for 2 pieces. I saw how busy y'all was. Y'all let me know. So I'm like, you know, again, I ain't raising no hell. I just wanted to let it be known, you know, so it don't happen. Because now, I ain't gonna raise no hell now, but had I had to go to the emergency room, oh yeah, nah, corporate, I need to talk to corporate, because this medical bill that's finna come my way. I ain't finna pay this one, it was y'all fault. So, like I would've kept the pizza or whatever, that last slice with the sausage on it or whatever. I would've kept it if I had got sick or had to go to or got that sick and had to go to the emergency room, because I got receipts that I got sick, you know what I mean? But this was just my word against theirs, so yeah, it wasn't worth it. But yeah, man, paid the price mightily for that one. Talked about 2K. Yep. And so we just getting ready. The holiday is what? 13, 14 days away, something like that. Right around the corner. It's about to be Christmas, man. The year is almost over. The year is almost over. So 2026, here we come, man. Like I say, we 49 weeks in. There's only 3 more to go. Next week, the week after that, and then the week after that, right there, New Year's, man. Let me see exactly when. Hey, and that's dope. So yep, 50, 51, 52. So we'll be doing 52 actually. The last one of these we're gonna do falls on New Year's night, the 31st. So this is gonna be real dope. And I get the, cause I had the kids do their New Year's or whatever, like resolutions and what they wanted to change or improve for 2025. So it'll be cool, cause it'll be right there, time for me to do my week thing, and they can do their, what would you say for 2025 and how you want 2026 to be? Anything you want to work on? Did you achieve all your goals? We know I did. Fine, whatever, but I ain't gonna say the most. We made a year. We made it a good year. I'll put it that way. So that's it, man. 49 is done. We got 3 more to go, my boy. If nothing else, I'm proud of you for keeping this up. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. I love you, and remember, everything we're working on gonna happen overnight. Plural with an S. It ain't gonna happen overnight. I love you, and I'll holler at you later. All right, my boy. 3 more to go.